Hey guys, welcome back to another review on our YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you another piece of the puzzle to the CVO conversion kit that we done on the 2014 Street Glide. Last video we got the advanblack color match CVO rear fender and the fender extension that goes on that. And it comes with a black plastic license plate frame. It's LED lit, and even the Harley Davidson one comes the same way. It's just a black plastic license plate frame. It's just straight, and it's LED lit as well. On the old fender that I had from advanblack, the fender extension with the tri-bar light, the curved plate that I bought from Harley Davidson, I really like the look of that, and so I got online, did a little bit of research. There's a few companies out there that sell the chrome curved license plate frame for the CVO fender. It's a little different, guys. You can't take the one off of your stock bike that mounts up under the turn signal bracket and put it on the CVO. It's a completely different install, guys. Now, after a little bit of research, guys, I found out there's a few companies out there, and I may have missed some. I just did a little searching around on the internet, but I found out that Paul Yaffe makes one. It's a nice chrome curved LED lit plate. And the reason it's a two-piece system is you buy the backing plate and then you buy the frame. And the frame, they have two different options that you can get. So it's both sold separately. It's a little confusing when you look online and they show this backing plate. They actually show it with both of the frames. Don't be confused, guys. You're not getting the frame. You're only getting the backing plate. So you need to pay attention to that when you're ordering. Now, I know Custom Dynamics makes a chrome one too. I'm not quite sure if they make a black one or not, but Custom Dynamics makes a chrome for the CVO that's LED lit as well. So you can check those guys out. Those are the ones that I found online. The ones that I decided to go with was the Kuryakyn. So first thing we're going to be doing is putting on the backing plate. And that is item number 3146. And it tells you right here, requires 3144 or 3145 frames sold separately. Now I opted for the 3144 frame. And then this has the LED light in it, but that's item number 3144. There's not a whole lot to removing this one. I have a 5/32 hex head, and we're just going to take the two screws out, and that's going to actually allow that plate to go ahead and drop. Okay guys, so just make sure that you've unplugged your light. You can just look up under there and see it's just a simple plug that you unplug, and this is the piece that we just took out of there. That wire just kind of, the wiring plug comes out of the side of this right here. It's just these two screw holes right here that hold this on. So basically this is ready to come off, and there's the one that I took out. Now with the Kuryakyn backing plate, guys, but was a little disappointed when I got it. Chrome plastic, guys. You know, it is what it is. You kind of roll the dice on Kuryakyn parts when you order them. Some stuff's great, some stuff's chrome, actual chrome metal, and some stuff is actually chrome plastic. So okay guys, so the backing plate instructions pretty well stopped after it tells you to take all this stuff off, and then it tells you to refer to the directions that come with the back or the actual frame. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this little rubber grommet out of the bag that came with the backing plate, and we cut a slit in it. The wiring harness that comes with that plate won't fit through that hole, so but this has to fit in that hole right there. So you just take a little pair of side cutters or something, a razor blade or something, and cut a slit just like that, so you have this rubber grommet slit open. You take your frame and your backing plate, you put this taller piece to the top, feed your wire harness through, and then you just simply put this rubber grommet around the wire for now and let it hang loose. It'll stay there, guys. And then it tells you to secure the frame to the backing plate just loosely. We have these two chrome posts right here and screws from the frame that we're going to secure it to it with right here. Just going to lay this on here. We're just going to loosely secure this so we don't have to fight everything, guys, and try to hold everything at once. So the next step is it tells you to take this rubber grommet and apply it to the back of this. It's shaped just like the back, guys, and I already had that on there, but I want to show you something I got from that's what I got from Kuryakyn. If you can see this piece of rubber, it's pretty well warped and bent. It's not laying down flat. Obviously it was crammed into the box with this bent over, and it's been sitting there for God knows how long, but this has a little lip on it that you're supposed to feed around this little lip right here, and it's supposed to stay there. And I've already tried putting it on there once, and with just a little bit of maneuvering around, it has already popped off. This little rubber grommet just keeps this plastic from being on your paint. So it's pretty important that we have this part. And once again, I'm a little disappointed with the plastic backing plate, but I'm even more disappointed with a warped rubber gasket. That is just sloppy, and I'm not too impressed with that right now. But basically, if we can get that to stay, we're going to feed our 2-pin connector through this hole, which this plastic and stuff kind of has to dangle for a little while, because I have to reach in between the plate and this pin connector, and I need to go ahead and install this round rubber grommet that we cut a slit into this hole. I'm going to do that now, guys, and I may get in front of the camera because I really don't want to scratch up my paint. Doing this, letting this dangle is a little bit dangerous. If I get too worried about it, I can always take masking tape and cover all of this area all the way down. So if this thing's dangling and I'm in here fighting this rubber grommet, with this thing popping off like it is, I don't want anything scratching my paint. So it's always a good idea to just take some cheap masking tape or something and go ahead and cover the whole area when you have to let a part dangle and move around. So I'm going to try it without it, and if it starts beating on the bike, then we're definitely going to be doing some masking taping. So not too bad, guys. As you can see, I held on to the license plate frames. I really didn't want it scratching the bike, and I got the rubber grommet in there with one hand. Poked the wire through first and then put the rubber grommet in. If I move this plate frame down, hopefully you can see that I just popped the rubber grommet in. Now, guys, I've just kind of let that dangle by the wiring harness because the backing plate has this plastic piece on it that has to come off. That wire connector has to go through that hole and into here. So the best thing to do is just go ahead and take off this plastic piece, and we can always crawl up under the bike when we're done and put that back on. That's a very simple thing to do. That is a 3/8 inch nut. And I just simply pull the part. It just has a little tab that locks down here, so we'll just pull this up and off. Now we just have the backing plate, and we can always put this back on when we're done. This backing plate goes just like this. You can see the two holes, but on the inside of the fender. So I'm just gonna hold this. As you can see, this big hole lines up with this. So I'll hold this up under there and try to get my washer and screw through here into this. And of course the pin connector has to poke through this first. So I am gonna have to lay down here to get to that, guys, but should be able to do it. I cut the video there because as I was tightening down this screw over here, there's so much Loctite already installed on the Kuryakyn screws, and the fact that they use cheap screws. This side over here, the hex head rounded out on me. I'm just using this as the same 5/32 inch one that we took the stock one out with. And once again, if you've watched any of my other Kuryakyn videos, you kind of rolling the dice on Kuryakyn products, guys. I should have known better from the last parts that I ordered from them. Their hardware is absolute junk. Hopefully you can see this. They come with Loctite already installed on there, and the stuff's been on there for so long that it's hard as a rock. So if you do decide to get this cover, use your stock hardware that's on your bike already, or burn off some of that Loctite. But once again, so far I am not happy with this install. All right, guys, so I finally got the screw out, and just to be clear on one thing, this will absolutely be the last Kuryakyn product that I purchase for this Street Glide. What I am going to do is throw these in the garbage where they belong, and I'm just going to use my stock hardware, like I said before, in this license plate frame. I'm going to go ahead and get it put on the bike. I do want to see how it looks, but it definitely will be coming off and be going back. I think my next purchase will be the Paul Yaffe. All right, guys, so there you have it. That's it installed. The electrical connection plugged right into the CVO wiring harness with no issues. Like I said, this is not staying on the bike. pretty much just finished the video, guys, so hopefully you can learn a lesson through me and make your decision from there. So I've killed most of the lights in the garage, guys, and hopefully you can see the white LED light. It's right underneath here, and it's just going to go right down on your frame. So there you have it, guys. That was a complete install. That was a normal garage install, guys, and the issues that you may run into if you do decide to buy the Kuryakyn plate. So the issues I had, the bent rubber gasket that goes on the back from it being jammed in the box and not laying flat, couldn't get that to stay on the back correctly. Second thing, the cheap hardware, wasn't impressed with that. The screw stripping out, too much Loctite. The third thing, the plastic backing plate. For $44, the plastic backing plate is okay, guys, because your license plate is going to cover all this back here. But this whole top piece right here, guys, is plastic. This is exposed. Your plate goes in here. So why pay $45 for a plastic backing plate that has this big thing on it? It's already got micro scratches in it just from me using a terry cloth on it to wipe the fingerprints off. So a $44 backing plate is a no-go for me, guys. Like I said, $114 total for the two pieces. So like I said, guys, that's your call, man. If you want to put that on your bike, that's cool. That's not staying on our bike. If you do, please follow my tips that I told you. Use your own hardware. Somebody from Kuryakyn is watching this. Think about what you're selling, guys. You're selling a CVO chrome curved license plate. So you're selling CVO, that's top of the line Harley Davidson, and you want us to put this kind of product on an expensive bike. That's not good marketing. Beef up the hardware a little bit. Put your rubber gaskets on a piece of, vacuum seal it to a piece of cardboard. I paid $44 for a piece of plastic that has a rubber gasket that's all bent up and beat up because you just jammed it into the box. Not cool, man. That's what stops that thing from scratching our bike. So think about it a little bit. Use your brain. Come up with something a little bit better than this. But hey, guys, if this video helped you, please hit that like and then hit that subscribe button. Every time we do an upgrade to the Street Glide, we put it on video and put it on our YouTube channel so you can see, and hopefully that helps you make an informed decision of whether or not you want that particular part on your motorcycle. I appreciate the hell out of all you guys that have jumped on in the past. You guys are amazing. You kick ass. But until the next video review, as always, be safe and keep your knees in the breeze.